What's your name and what do you do?
My name is Roy Fuller, and I am a software engineer. I write computer software for Dominion, the power company, right now. So if you call to set up your power, they're probably using the software that I work on to get you all connected.
Tell me about your favorite lift.
My favorite lift is probably the one that I'm the worst at. I really like the full snatch a lot. And I think the reason I like it so much is when you see someone who's really good at it, they make it just look so effortless and just so clean, and it's just a really cool lift. And I think since it is so difficult, it just makes it that much more impressive when someone can do it with way higher weight. So like I'll watch some videos on the internet of people doing full snatches, and I remember one guy, I think his name is Piros Dimas, in the Olympics doing just crazy weight, and he's not even that big of a guy. So yeah, I would definitely say the full snatch, and I'm still working on mine. Hopefully I can get it to where it's at least decent. So
Your favorite workout that you've done here?
I'd have to say that my favorite workout is Cindy. It's the one that I've done the most. I like the fact that you don't need a lot for it. You need a pull-up bar, and the fact that you have pull-ups, push-ups, and squats just seems like some of the best exercises you can do body weight wise. So even though I'm still modifying with ring rows instead of pull-ups, I hope to be able to switch to pull-ups soon. I think that's just one of the best workouts in CrossFit. Like I say, you don't need much, and it's a great workout because by the end of that 20 minutes, you're really huffing and puffing, and you really feel like you were put through the ringer. So I'd definitely have to say Cindy.
What accomplishment have you done that you're most proud of since you started here?
There's there's three that I think are my favorite accomplishments. When I started, I couldn't do a single pull-up, and hanging from the bar was tough. So now I think my max rep pull-ups strict are about 6 or 7. So I really am appreciative of all the progression tips and everything that I've learned. The second would have to be overhead squat. Even though I can I think my max is like 75 pounds. When I started, I could barely even do it with a piece of PVC pipe. So that's another accomplishment I'm proud of. And finally, which I've just recently gotten within the past couple of weeks, is double unders. In the workout yesterday, it was 5 rounds, 30 double unders, and I was hitting about 15, and I had to take a break and hit another 15. But that's something that I really am proud of too, because I could jump rope when I first started. It was a bit sloppy, and watching people do double unders is another thing that I think is really cool and impressive. So I'd have to say the pull-ups, overhead squat, and double unders.
What you always wanted to do?
One thing that I haven't done a lot of in my life is travel. I've never even been out of the United States. I've been on a cruise to like the Bahamas, but yeah, I would definitely like to travel. I could name places for days, but Europe, South America, Australia, all over. I'd really like to see, the 7 wonders of the New World, so like the Taj Mahal and Christ the Redeemer, and all those different kinds of things. So I'm hoping that I can bank some money and maybe take a couple of trips here, and then maybe when I retire, take a lot more. So yeah, travel is definitely what I guess always wanted to do, but haven't really had the time or the funds to do so.
Outside of CrossFit in the gym, what do you like to do?
I'm a big hobby guy. I have tons of hobbies. So there's lots of things. I'm really into music. I play the guitar and the piano. Sometimes I produce some music as far as like hip hop and dance music goes. I have a dog. I love my dog. I hang out with him all the time. And my family's really important to me, so I spend a lot of time with family. My nephew, I babysit him a lot. My sister's just about to have another child, so spend a lot of time with them. And just kind of going out in Richmond. I think Richmond's a really neat city, so there's lots of really cool places to go and experience. I really like to go to the river in the summer. In the winter, not so much. So yeah, there's definitely a lot more, but I don't want to run on with it. So those are some things that I like to do outside the gym.
So tell me something that nobody knows about you, or that would be surprised to know about you.
So when I saw this question, I was thinking a lot about it. There's probably not much that absolutely nobody knows about me, because I do tend to talk a lot, but there's some pretty interesting things about me. One thing that is kind of unique, when I was younger, and even now, I was really into juggling. One thing that I don't think a lot of people can do is I own a unicycle, and I can ride a unicycle. I can juggle 3 or 4 balls and clubs and rings and all that. Another thing is I broke my ankle when I was in college, and I have a steel plate and 5 screws in my left ankle. And not that that's anything, that's out of the ordinary, but I guess when I do work out, I feel like I try not to let it bother me so much, so people may be surprised to know that I do have that, even though I had a great doctor, and I don't really feel it unless it gets cold. So I'd say those 2 things are kind of unique.
So outside of the gym, do you have any other physical activities that you like to do?
Outside of the gym, I definitely, one of the biggest things I do, it's not really intense physical activity, but I play with my dog a lot. I take him for runs and walks, and he's very active, so he keeps me busy. I definitely like to play sports. I've been on a volleyball team before with my work. A lot of my coworkers are from Europe, so they'll play soccer at Sports Center of Richmond sometimes, so I'll go and play indoor soccer. Basketball kind of rarely, but I'm always looking to do some physical activity and have fun with friends, even if it's just throwing the football or something like that. So I try and stay pretty active outside the gym.
So have you set any goals for yourself for the next half year to year from now?
I don't think I've set any, and maybe I should, any hard goals like I want to be able to squat X amount of pounds, or I want to be able to do this WOD at this amount of time. Really, ever since I started CrossFit, it's not unusual for me to hit a PR pretty much every WOD or every week. So I'd say my main goal is just to keep improving, keep working on technique. And I think with that will come the heavier weights and the faster times. So just, like I said, work on technique. And we do WODs every day that are different and challenging. So just to keep challenging myself, I don't think that'll ever be a problem to keep with the challenge, but just keep coming in and working towards being fitter and being better and being the best that I can be at the workouts. So I would say that's my main goal, just keep improving and keep coming back.
Did you originally hear about us or CrossFit in general?
So I originally heard about CrossFit in general. I was sitting at a restaurant, and I'd say maybe this was about 6 months ago, and there was CrossFit games were on ESPN, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I've never heard of that before, and I was watching them do, muscle ups and all kinds of Olympic lifts and handstand walks, and I was like, that's very interesting. And then one night I was playing soccer at, like I said, SCORE, the Sports Center of Richmond, down the street. And I just happened to leave and drive by here, and I saw the CrossFit RVA sign out front, and I saw a little sign that said, come in for a free workout and consultation. So at that time, I was going to a different, I guess you'd call it a big box gym. And I was seeing okay results. It wasn't really challenging me. I was just kind of going through the motions. So I decided to come in, and I think it was a Tuesday night or a Monday night, and I had my workout with Bakari. And everyone was just, going real hard at the WOD that night. And I think I made the comparison that I kind of felt like this was more of like a Clubber Lang style gym versus, more of just a fancy place to go. So that night I signed up, and I've been coming ever since. And I think it's been, I'm going to say about 2.5 months now, maybe a little longer. And I'm really happy I did it, because it's definitely changed my life, really changed my health and just my drive and confidence.
Any advice that you could give for newer members?
I I do have advice for new members, but it's not really advice that I've come up with. When I first started, and when everyone first starts, there's an email that's sent out that has basically that advice for new members and how to succeed at CrossFit. And I guess my advice would be to follow everything is said in that email. Just as, I guess, a few quick points. It's you know, the coaches are here and they are very knowledgeable, so listen to them, and listen to your body. You need to work out as much as you can without injuring yourself. So I mean, some people may need to start 3 days a week, some people may need 4, maybe less. I started coming 5 days a week, and I was really sore, but I worked through the soreness, and that's really helped me out a lot. Another big thing is keep track of your progress. I bring in the CrossFit notebook that they gave me when I joined, and I write down every weight, every rep, every workout. And that's really good because you can go back and reference, we're doing a 3-rep max today. What's 70% of my heavy single? And you can go back a few weeks and see and maybe improve the weight. Another thing is really try and be part of the community. One thing that CrossFit's big on is community, and when you come in and get to know people, you shake hands, hi, I'm Roy, and you learn their names. It really changes the way that you think about the workouts because they're going through them with you. You're all in it together. It's not like you're alone. That's really helped me out a lot too. I've met a lot of great people, and it really does feel like a community. Another thing I would say is nutrition. You can come in and exercise every day, but if you're eating hamburgers and fries and just greasy food and sweets, then you're not going to see as good a progress as if you're eating healthy, eating a lot of vegetables, a lot of lean proteins, and healthy fats. So those are, I could probably go on for a long time about how to succeed, but those are the things that have really helped me a lot. And I guess one thing that, just kind of a phrase that I keep thinking, is just keep coming back. Like, you're gonna see results. CrossFit is designed to do that. And if you have a really tough workout one day and you're tired the next day, don't feel like coming in, that's probably when you should come in. You need to just keep coming back and keep trying to progress. And that's, I guess, what I would say is what you need to succeed.